This is the GARIS Masculist MGTOW flyers, that is 2-3 page essays on the themes of masculism and MGTOW, written by and read aloud by Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. This is flyer number 470, part 2, entitled Proof that BitChute Subtly Censors. Carrying straight on. I've written about this type of thing several times in my Masculist flyers, and it's clear to me, see the evidence below, that the Jewish elite are making the search for these Masculist videos that have the word Jew in the title difficult by not allowing these videos to be searchable. The fact that the Jews are doing such a thing only increases my contempt for the Jewish elite. They behave as if they believe that it's taboo to criticize Jews, which makes about as much sense as a hypothetical taboo on criticizing Albanians, in brackets, why Albanians? Exactly, why indeed, since no people should be free from criticism. In the case of Jews, Jewish scholars themselves have recorded over 100 expulsions of Jews from European cities, dukedoms, countries, etc. over the past 1,000 years. The only common factor in all these independent expulsions was the Jews themselves. Typically, they would move into an area that was initially neutral towards them, and a half to a century later they would be expelled, thrown out, time after time. Obviously, the Jews are doing something to be thrown out again and again and again and again, ... So, I don't have a positive attitude towards Jews as a people. So, I was motivated to do an experiment to see if my hypothesis that the Jewish elite is censoring my Masculist videos that mention the word Jew in the title was correct. Here is the experiment. I did a search through the entire collection of my Masculist videos, 470 of them, for those that had the word Jew in the title. Here is the list. There are 10 of them. Each item in the list consists of a flyer number and the title. So, here's the list of 10 titles. 79. Were Jewish banksters behind the misandrous divorce laws of the 70s? 80. Combating Jewish bankster control of the gender politicians? 89. MGTOWs as pawns of the Jewish banksters? 92. Scientizing the Jewish bankster Satanists to liberate men? 103. Science is the greatest enemy of the hated Jewish bankster Satanists? 132. The clashing agendas of the Jewish banksters and the MGTOW/Masculists? 137. The core MGTOW/Masculist problem is not the fluffy feminists, but the Jewish banksters? 144. MGTOWs don't see the, in brackets, Jewish bankster big picture? 159. The MGTOW/Masculist impact of the Chinese white dragon de-Jew banksterification? 191. The hated Frankist Satanist Jewish banksters have destroyed the West more than fluffy females? That's the end of the list. I then did a search on BitChute in the search window with the Masculist flyer number and the word masculism. In all 10 cases, I received the message, no matches were found. In virtually all of the other flyers, that is, that did not have the word Jew in the title, did find a match and allowed the flyer, the video, to be viewed. It is obvious that this is not a coincidence. It is obvious that someone or something is censoring me. So, BitChute's claim that it offers freedom of speech is not entirely true. On their website, they say, quote, "Welcome to BitChute, a peer-to-peer content sharing platform and associated services. BitChute aims to put creators first and provide them with a service that they can use to flourish and here's the critical 4 words in capital letters, express their ideas freely." Close quote. So, I have mixed feelings towards BitChute. I am grateful to them for hosting my Masculist videos, allowing me to spread my Masculist ideas. But their use of the term, quote, "express their ideas freely," end quote, is obviously not the case, given the clear evidence shown above. I read that in Israel there are students combing the internet looking for comments critical of Jews, in brackets, as though criticizing Jews was a taboo, an attitude of one-eyed Jews that I find insufferably arrogant and contemptible, close brackets. So I wonder if my Masculist videos that mention the word Jew in their titles had been flagged by text recognition software and then reviewed by human Jewish teams in Israel and then made unsearchable by BitChute, which I guess implies that BitChute is controlled by Jews, to some extent at least. The take-home message of this flyer to fellow Masculists and MGTOWs is that BitChute is not entirely free of censorship, as the above evidence shows clearly, so this fact needs to be kept in mind by the manosphere. Who knows if BitChute will grow powerful in the future and be taken over by Jewish interests who may do to me what the hated YouTube did, that is, delete my Masculist channel. So as a form of insurance, I put my Masculist videos on multiple video hosting sites, that is 4 of them, that is YouTube as an anti-ad, since YouTube does censor and deletes Masculist channels. BitChute, as described above, does censor somewhat, and more recently Odyssey and Locals, whose censorship, if any, I have yet to test. Stay tuned. I feel I'm playing a bit of a cat and mouse game. The more that video hosting sites censor my Masculist opinions, the more motivated I become to upload my videos to more and more alternative video hosting sites to ensure that my Masculist ideas can spread, that I believe in time will become as important as feminist ideas, that is, will help liberate half the population from being man-slaves to women for decades of their lives. The fact that it is Jews who are doing this censoring only increases my contempt for them as a people. They deserve their reputation for being history's most hated people. Censoring masculism is hateable, so the censors deserve to be hated. For example, Susan Wojcicki, Polish name, CEO of YouTube, often labelled as JewTube, owned by Jewgle, is a Jewish feminazi, hated by the manosphere for her profound sexist hypocrisy, that is, promoting feminist channels and deleting masculist channels on YouTube. Cheers. Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. Prof. Hugo de Garis at yahoo.com. Website profhugodegaris.wordpress.com. Author of the book Masculism, Men's Rebellion Against Being Man-Slaves to Women, an e-textbook of 470 plus Masculist flyers for men's studies courses, freely downloadable in Microsoft Word format from my website. Ciao.